Hi everyone. Yay. It's Mardi Gras. It's Fat Tuesday. Here on Cricut Chat. You know what they say in New Orleans? Roulez les bon temps. Roulez les bon temps. Is it les bon temps roulés? Laissez les bon temps rouler. That's it. It means let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Well, I got to tell you, with this project, the good times are not rolling because it is a beast of a project, but I'm still here, and I considered ducking out of this project, but I'm going to do it, and you're going to do it with me. We're going to do it in vinyl, which as I sat here weeding this mess of a project, I thought maybe I should have done this in iron-on. It probably would have been easier and would have shown you a better project. I don't know. Anyway, so it is Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday, and it is actually the end of the celebration for the beginning of Lent. So for weeks now, folks in New Orleans and other places around the world, some like I think Brazil, and a lot of Caribbean nations, they celebrate Mardi Gras, and it means Fat Tuesday. Fat Tuesday means that this is the last day they get to eat all the good food that they love to eat. And so meaning Fat Tuesday, you're going to feast until... Whoops. Okay. You're going to feast until it's time to fast, basically. And not a lot of people, I don't think, still follow those guidelines. But I know when I was a kid, we had very strict Lenten fast time, and actually my Ukrainian boyfriend was even stricter because he was a Ukrainian Catholic Orthodox, and oh man, they didn't eat like any kind of meat or like even eggs, and trying to remember like all the stuff they eat on Easter Sunday, like eggs and kielbasa and stuff like that. They just hadn't eaten that for 40 days. And so a lot of people used to get sick after Lent, after they broke their fast. But anyway, that's a little bit of a story. And so have you ever been to New Orleans? I love it there. It's one of my favorite places in the whole world to go to. And I haven't been in a while, but actually, I haven't been since Katrina. That's when my son was born, and Katrina was in, 2005. So it's been a little while for me. And currently sitting at 5 degrees. Oh, David, you're not used to this kind of weather, are you? Good morning, everyone. So yes, it is very dark here today. Typical, I suppose, for February. We're expecting a storm. I know that there's a whole storm sweeping the nation. And so I'm so glad that you could join me today, especially if it's just inclement weather in your parts. And we are going to be working on this Mardi Gras thing, which I got to tell you is not coming out well at all. How are you all doing? It's just not coming. Good morning, Marissa, and good morning, Diane, Elizabeth, and Brent. Lots of snow in Canada. Lots of snow in Buffalo. We're in a snow globe. Debbie's saying she's in a snow globe. And Sandra, hello, and Chad, and I see Sharon, and Penny. Good morning, Penny Leo, and David, who's freezing. Letitia, Emmy, Eladra, of course, Debbie. There's so many people watching today, so thank you for watching. So here we're at Cricut Chat, you guys know I prefer paper. Paper is my medium. But people often ask me about vinyl because vinyl is very popular. So I like to show all these different types of products, but they're not my favorite. And vinyl is like top of my list, is not my favorite product to work with. I think it's the stickiness. It kind of bugs me. But I do attempt it from time to time. And I wanted to show you how this one works and goes together so that you won't be, maybe it will be your product of choice, your material of choice, but it's not mine. And I'm okay. I'm old enough to admit that. I like to use it. I have a lot of it, but I would much prefer a paper project any day. And tomorrow, by the way, we're back to paper. We're going to be doing what are we going to be doing? We're doing a belated birthday card tomorrow. I heard some people exclaim that they have not a lot of birthday cards to choose from, and I am on a hunt for good birthday cards for you guys to do, because clearly, we've done. Thank you, Regina. Thank you, Kristen. Hi, Perlita. 27 degrees, Aledra, is nothing to complain about. Wait till you get to the below zeros. I know you're used to a warm climate, though. So we're going to be doing some cards. We're getting back to paper, and I am so happy for that. Also, let's see, we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, so I have a couple of projects for that. And spring is coming. Hi, Emmy. Thank you. Spring is coming. So we're going to be working on a project for Friday, the 3D Friday. We're doing it's from Dreaming Tree, and I did post this on my page, but I wanted to show it to you so you know what I'm talking about, and also for the folks that are watching from YouTube and maybe didn't get a chance to see this because it was posted on Facebook, okay? So to get this file on Friday, you are going to go to the Dreaming Tree website, which is www.3dsvg.com. Okay, it's called Dreaming Tree, but the URL is 3dsvg.com, and not sure why it's taking so long today, but here it is. So this is a creator. I love these guys. They have a lot of great projects. They have a lot of free projects, and they have a lot of very detailed 3D projects. And they have, as I mentioned, the free projects, which I like to show people because it's a good way to get your feet wet with their 3D projects. Clearly, they're all 3D projects. So to do that, to find this file, you're going to go here where it says free SVGs. I don't know how to move this thing. Okay. And you'll see that they have so many SVGs, including a lot of really nice cards. And we've done projects from these folks before. I really like their projects. So you're going to scroll through, and I'm not sure what page it's on, but we're going to be doing the daffodil tea light holder, which is coming up. Here it is. So this is the one we're going to do, the daffodil tea light. And what you have to do is you have to add this to your cart. Okay. And then you can go, you have to log in. Now you just have to set up a login, which I already have. And I'm just going to log in here. And I don't know, it's so slow. Okay, so here's me. I'm going to look at my cart. There's my cart, daffodil tea light. Then I'm going to proceed to checkout. It doesn't cost anything, so I don't have to put any price in there. You do have to place the order. And then once you have placed the order, you can download the file. So here's the file that you're going to download, Daffodil Tea Light. It says free SVG. It's in that square. And by hitting on that, it will download to your computer. Now you can also download this to your iPad, and we've done that before. I think I might show you guys how to do that again. Because there seems to be a lot of interest in that. And then when you go and check your downloads file, which I don't know why my computer is so slow today, but it is. So let's see, we'll go to the downloads, which is taking forever. So this is the great part about Cricut Design Space, is that if you find an SVG somewhere, you can bring it into Cricut Design Space and cut it on Cricut. So here are all my downloads, which they look kind of weird. I'm going to change it to this style, which is the line style. And here's my Daffodil Tea Light. Okay, and so get to this place before Friday is all I'm trying to get trying to get to there. Okay, guys. All right, so let's go back to, so get to this place. You've downloaded it, and then on Friday we'll start from there. Okay. So let's talk about Mardi Gras and this project. So this project is 3 different colors, and I cut them out with Cricut removable vinyl in, first I tried yellow, but then I switched it to gold, and then I did the purple and the green. Those are the Mardi Gras colors, and this is how it would go together. You would just simply find this. You go to images, and you can do all images, and you can type in Mardi Gras, and it's MARDIGRAS. That's how you spell Mardi Gras. And here are so many Mardi Gras things that we could do. I happen to choose the most complicated one, but there's a whole group of images. Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday is the name of the image set, and there's a whole group of things that have beads and gesture hats and fleur-de-lis and just crawfish, lots of crawfish, and the whole in all of the colors. So this is where you would find them. And if you are not keen to do this project, that's fine, because there's plenty of projects, including pen projects like we did yesterday. We did some pen stickers, and there are a couple that are set up for stickers that would go nice in your planners and stuff. So there you go. But there are also these ones here that are very complicated that use multiple colors. Okay, so here is that one. So once you bring it in, you're going to size it to whatever size you want it to be. The File and Dreaming Tree is called the Daffodil Tea Light holder. Okay, so once you bring it in, you'll see this is the file. You can size it to whatever size you want. I happen to size it at 10 inches because I wanted to make it big for you guys. And then when you go to cut it, the great thing about Cricut files is when you go to cut something like this, it's going to separate these colors all by themselves, which when you're bringing in a file from someplace else, like for instance Burton Avenue, she has some lovely subway art projects, and if you do bring something in with that, sometimes it's very difficult to arrange it to cut out for subway art, because you have to isolate all the colors that are the same and then attach them. But you don't have to do that here in Design Space. So let me show you what it would look like to make it. It's going to it's going to isolate by itself the 3 different colors. So there is the yellow or the gold, there's the green, and there is the purple. Now, I want to point out that these letters are very small. That's what I'm having a hard time with, is these letters, very, very small letters, and also all of these dots. Where's the dots in under purple? All these dots, they have a tendency to not want to weed well, and you're working with a very giant piece of, like a 10-inch piece of vinyl. So you start, I'm going to show you how that doesn't work, how that works anyway. And then what you do is you're going to cut out each of these so it doesn't cut out in one piece. You cut it out into 3 different pieces, and then you weed each piece, and then you take your transfer tape and you start to layer. So this is kind of layered vinyl, but it's not layered like we're used to, where we want something to go over the over it exactly. So we're not going to use, say, that method of using the hexagon or the little shape. And so it's going to be a little bit different. Now, I don't need to guide you through this, but I will point, as far as the cutting goes, I will point out that you need to make sure you use the right setting when you're cutting out. And when you go to weed, you need to be very, very patient with yourself, because it is not an easy thing to do. And I'm just making some room here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So let me move you down and show you. So here are a couple of the cutouts. So here is the purple, and there is I did it in yellow, and here is the green. And the way, I will point out, look here. So I messed this up here. And over here, some of the dots have fallen off. So I have cut this out a number of times. This one here, the word crawfish, got all messed up because it's very, very tiny, thin letters. Like very thin and hard to cut out. Now, if you get to this point, see, it's supposed to say crawfish, and I did everything pretty well here, but AW got stuck on my hand, and it didn't peel off. If you get to this point, what you can do is you can isolate this particular word and cut it out. Don't stress that you have to cut it all out, because this is a lot of vinyl that you need to work with, okay? So here, for instance, this is my final project, and look, the G just got totally ruined. So I'm going to go back and cut that G, and I'm going to keep pressing on ever forward, right? And we're going to just, let me just, and the other thing too is that sometimes the fonts, like this one here, see this parade, and it's like kind of like a shadow layer. Well, look at me, I did it wrong there for the A. So we're just going to leave that there. And so if you have these little mistakes, don't give up. I mean, don't drive yourself crazy either, but don't give up. You're just going to weed and do the best that you can. Now, listen, I used to cross stitch as a kid. Sorry. I used to do cross stitch, and one of the things that the ladies showed me when I was learning to cross stitch was that often there will be mistakes in things, and sometimes you'd put a mistake in there on purpose to make it look your own. But in this case, I could see making a mistake like here with the G, and your eye almost fills it in by itself, right? Your eye almost fills it in by itself, but you can go back and make changes to it after you do the bulk of it, is what I'm trying to say, is that don't start sweating these teeny tiny pieces and going, it's ruined, and I have to start all over again. Because you will drive yourself nuts. There are a lot of different, especially with this kind of subway art, there are a lot of different fonts that are used, and it's like all over the place, right? So here it's our messed up. There's the king cake, and the parade is messed up. We can go back and fix that. Here's our green, which actually came out pretty good. I just have to weed it, and then I'm going to show you how to weed the purple from the beginning. See how tiny, even at 10 inches, these are really tiny little pieces that you have to weed. And sometimes using a like a bright pad, which is a product that Cricut has. I'm not sure that it's still available, but it's like a light that goes underneath your work, so you can see what you're doing. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going and trying to see what I'm doing by holding it like this, so I can see where the cutout is. And again, this is so much easier if you have sort of a light source underneath yourself, or if you are working. I've seen people take and on a sunny day and take their weeding up to a window and have weeded it on the window. That I thought was kind of a smart idea. So there's that. But it's frustrating. And so if you have like one of those mandalas and you're weeding, make sure that you have good lighting and a good weeding tool. And let's see about this jazz on here. The Fat Tuesday we have to do. And this could take some time. So I'm just trying to be patient with myself. Now, if this is not for you, I will tell you, doing this in a iron-on would be probably easier, because with iron-on, with these sort of smallish letters, it will stick to the back, but these sometimes just don't stick. And so it becomes a little bit difficult, but, whoops, I got to get the inside of the A for jazz. It can be a little bit difficult there. So let's do this. So again, you gotta be patient with yourself and with the process, and just sort of, does this have eyes in there? Yep, it does. And we're just going to do this. Oh, by the way, Dawn texted me and said that she had work today, so she's out. I appreciate that she sent me that message. And let's see. So we're being patient, and we are weeding all of this, okay? And you guys will do it better because you won't be on a screen like I am. And usually I have my head right over the vinyl because I need to see where it is. So that's why I'm having a little bit of a harder time. Whoop, there's the inside of the A, which we want to keep. So here we go. So we're going to try to keep it there. All right. And I think this is the last piece on the green that we have to do. Okay. Is it? Yep. Okay, so the green's done, the gold is done, but I got a little problem here. That's okay. And now it's time for the purple. Now, again, remember I already cut out the purple in this, and I noticed right here, because those letters are really thin, and then right here, all of these dots didn't come through. So I need to be very careful when I am cutting this out. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to start with as small of a piece as you can manage. I think doing vinyl in small pieces is so much easier, and that's probably why you see most people doing projects that have different pieces and they're small. And so doing something like this, yes, Sandra, that's my famous saying, you'll do it better. You'll do it better, because you will, you will, because you'll have learned all my little mistakes and everything. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, so I'm just getting all of my little green weeding pieces off of my fingers. There are little things, if you're really into vinyl, that you can buy to do this with. I've seen also people stick it to like a piece of vinyl, but I don't know, it always ends up on my fingers. Okay, so here we go. You see, I don't know if you can see this, but there's our crawfish, there's carnival, and there's a trumpet, and then here are a bunch of dots. So I'm going to start on this side where the trumpet is, because these letters are going to be the death of me if I don't. So what I'm starting is I'm going to start in the middle here, and I'm going to start to peel away. Now, note this, that I am not going to rip it up like this. I am going to actually try to roll it off, and I have to ease it on. And there are the dots. Look at the dot. This dot is gone wayward. Wayward dot. Okay, let's put that there. But I'm doing this very, very slowly, because this is where most of your goofs happen. Okay. And I am actually pressing down here so that things will come off of the vinyl. All right. Going kind of slow. Let's get our maracas in there, and there's our trumpet. Now, this is what I do. As I'm going along, I cut off the pieces of the vinyl that are sort of extra, that I've peeled away, because then it's sort of easier for me to work around all of the little cutouts. All right. So here we go. All right. Now, I don't have anything until I can feel it's right here. So I want to just make sure I got this all taken up. I want to get all those dots. I think that's it for the dots. Okay. Gonna cut again. And get rid of this big old piece of vinyl that I don't need, that's excess. Now I'm going to turn my work, and I'm looking at this, and the next one up is parades, and then we got a whole bunch more dots right here, and then this one is the crawfish, and then here it says carnival. So let us do this next piece and lift it up, and let's hope that it's going to come off okay, but it's, got to give it a little bit of extra oomph here. Ooh, it looks like it's come off. Awesome. Something's going right for me. All right, and let's just lift these off. Now, there's still some weeding we have to do, of course, but that's okay. We're just going to keep working. Now, after parade comes these dots. So I want to make sure that another set of dots, a lot of dots. Maybe they're supposed to be the coins. Maybe. I don't know. All right. So here are the dots, and I'm pressing with my finger. like this. Make sure they're all coming off, and they are. Woo! Excited. Patience is a virtue. And wow, so excited. All right. And then clip this off. We don't need it in our way. Now let's see over here. So we have the crawfish, and over here we have carnival. And there's still a few more dots there. So I think what I'll do is I'll come up this way and get those dots and sort of be done with the dots, you know. And see, I've got a little problem with this particular dot. Maybe that's not going to work. All right, I guess we're going to attack the carnival part. So let's do that. These letters are very thin, and they have this desire to jump off of the backing. Not so great. Look at that, guys. Look at it. Yay, I did it. Don't say it too loud, because maybe it might tempt fate. Okay. And there's one dot. There's one dot that is errant. Okay, there's my little errant dot. And it's upside down. Didn't we have the same problem on Sunday? We did. Okay, so I've got my last piece here, just cutting this off, because the worst thing that can happen is that this could overlap, and then it gets like crazy confusing, right? So here's my last piece, and I'm gonna make sure that I try real hard to get these letters to come off. It's supposed to say crawfish. Crawfish. Look at that. That S. Bad S. Crawfish. Yeah. Oh my goodness. It did it. Yay. Oh, everybody clap, because woohoo, we did it. Now we have to go in and do the rest of the weeding. Okay. So we're weeding between those letters. Some people weed beforehand. And some, do this sort of inside part beforehand. I thought that would be helpful, but it turned out it wasn't really that helpful. So I just do it afterwards. Okay. Yay. I did it. All right. So Parades has the P and the A. Whoops. So it takes practice and patience. So if you get to this point, you're doing something this big, cut it down into sections so that you don't have to get all frustrated. Okay, so we now have our 3 pieces of cutouts. You cannot really see how this is going to go together, but using your initial image as a guide, or when I look at my initial image, not one is the majority, but I think we're going to use maybe the green as the first layer. And then we can put on here, and I'm just looking at my image, so then we can then take and put this on here, you see, and we're going to put, I'm just taking off this vinyl little stuff that I got on my finger. But then what we'll do is we're going to keep this green image as the bottom piece, and then we're going to take this, the second piece, we're going to put transfer tape on it, and we're going to transfer it to the bottom piece. Okay, so let me just get my transfer tape. So here's my transfer tape, and thankfully it has grid lines so I can kind of see, all right, this is about as big as I want it to be. I'm just cutting that. I'm gonna need, I might be able to reuse this transfer tape. So let's just, yeah, that works. Still got these things on my fingers, sorry. Let me get that off. Okay. So then we're going to remember we're using the green as our back, our bottom piece, okay? And I am going to remove the transfer tape from the backing. There we go. And I am going to, got only a little room here. Come on, you guys, move over. All right. And I am going to start at the bottom of my piece, and you see how I have it kind of folded up? That's so that it doesn't go down by itself. All right, and I'm just going to then press it like this down. Oop, got some things stuck on here. All right, so I'm pressing that down. Now if this is bothering you, you can cut it off. It doesn't really bother me, but you know, if you want it to not overhang, you can certainly cut it off. And then we're going to take our burnisher and we're going to burnish this all because we want to, what we're doing is we're taking up the vinyl and we're going to be putting it on the green, remember? All right, so hopefully it comes off just fine. Let's turn it upside down. And let's see, I want to make sure I'm in camera. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to slowly peel off the backing to the vinyl. See that? And I'm peeling. Now, the great thing about this is a little different than actually like weeding off the original is because it's not sticky there. And so if you have something like that little dot that keeps deciding it wants to stay, then you can just go back and press on it, okay? Now, this part's sticky. Try not to put your hand on there because you can reuse the transfer tape, which is what I'm going to do. Oh, you kidding me? That's okay. Look, it's that crawfish. Is it the crawfish? Oh, it's carnival. Okay. Ooh, that makes me mad. Okay. All right. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Did it. Okay, so there we go. But I got to fix this little thing here. It's Carnival. The N came up from Carnival. So I'm just going to lift it up and place it back where it belongs. As long as my finger doesn't cause problems. Boo. I thought we were going to be good to go with this, but oh well. This teaches you, okay? Oh, damn. What the heck? Okay, here we go. You need to stop doing this, Anne. And look, I got another dot. What happened? What's with these dots? Okay, here, this dot. And that's why you do. I tell you, don't try to get your finger stuck on there, and then I do it anyway. All right. Now this is a piece of vinyl that I weeded. It was probably stuck on my finger. That's okay. Y'all with me still? Oh, patience, patience, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. Okay. So here we go. This dot. What is with this dot? I don't like this little dot. Giving me so much trouble. Come on. Oh, I don't want to mess up my thing over a little tiny dot. All right. Feeling my pain. But, you know, I want you guys to know, if this is something you want to try, you do need to have a lot of patience, because as much as you're trying to be patient, you need even more patience with such a big project. Now, smaller projects, they're a little bit different, right? Because you're not dealing with this ginormous piece of sticky tape, basically, which is what it is, sticky tape. All right, so here is the green piece, and here is my Mardi Gras, and I'm just looking at my my original, and it looks to me like this is the way that it's gonna go, right here. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're going to remove this. And I'll work from this bottom here piece. And I'm going to take it off of, now it seems to be ripping, which is okay. It's okay, but it does seem to be ripping in half, which is, you are not going to ruin my day, dots. Okay. This actually is a little bit over the background piece. Maybe I should not have sort of trimmed it, but I did. So I'm just going to work with it the way that I have. Yeah, the A is messed up on Fat Tuesday. That was one of the things that I have to go back and fix, for sure. But thanks for pointing it out. Just kidding. I like to be pointed. There's things to be pointed out. Sometimes you need another set of eyes on things, right? It's a stupid dot. You know what? I'm going to give up on that dot. He's just going to have to not be there. And I'm just going to have to take a dot and put it in there. Okay. Parades. Dots. Come on, dots. Please, dots. Okay. Wow. So these dots are really annoying, but for the most part, everything else is fine. Come on, dots. Everything else is working out well, but they're not really that integral a part of this project. So I don't know, maybe I might just let it go or come back with some dots later. Come on. Nope, just gonna let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. There's our messed up Anne. Remember that, Anne? All this for one day. But we're going to save it for the future. So we have a project that we can show every year. All right. I'm getting there, guys. People. I don't think we say guys anymore. All right. We did it. We did it. Now, we still have the third piece to go. But it's starting to come together, right? You see here, I didn't I trimmed it too much. It's starting to come together. Now, I can reuse this, but I'm not going to for today because it has those stupid little dots on there, and I don't want to deal with those dots anymore. So, let me get the stuff off of my fingers. Remember this G, we got to come back and fix it, and this A kind of got messed up too, but I think it might pass, and then the A might pass. It might be just the dots in that G, okay? All right, so let's take another piece of transfer tape. Again, you could reuse it if you didn't mess it up like I did. And so it's not, I cut it sort of wrong. I'm going to do it this way. Yep, that way. Okay. So let's move this out of our way. And this piece. You going to try it, Shirley? You have the colors. Okay. And let's see. I get my transfer tape nice and straight here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we are cooking with gas now. I have a little bit of bumpies in there. That's okay. Can push that out. All right. And start with, I don't know, we can start over here. Oh yeah, it's coming off. This is working out good. It's those dots, man. What? Turn it this way. Okay. Phew. Okay. I did notice they put crawfish on there twice. Couldn't have come up with something else. Don't know. All right. Almost. I will make this happen. I'm trying that positive thinking stuff. All right. Yeah, I did it. Well, did I miss something? I missed a K in the king cake. What happened there? It's gone. See that? King cake. I might have to take and do this whole little piece, which is fine. Uh-oh. And where's the T? Oh, here's the K. Here's the T on my finger. Can you believe it? Let's put that back. Okay. There's my T and there's my K on my finger. Although I don't know if it's going to come off as easily as the T. And look at, there's a dot underneath it. Those dots. Those dots. Okay. I think I might have to just do that whole word over. You know that? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that whole word over. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually remove this. And then I'll just cut out that all over again. And I'll just kind of splice it in there. Okay. Whew. All right, we're almost done. The K stole the dot. No, the dot stole the K. I think that's what it did. Those dots are evil. All right, here's our piece, and we are going to put, the way this goes on is this like here. So let's, I'm folding it sort of, let me go up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here, is I am going to roll it on so that I have, let's see, let's do crawfish here, because that's the way it says on the, it's gonna work. Okay, so here, it's a little messed up. No, not gonna work. I gotta remove it. Come on, B. E. Come on, E. So, as I said, this is not my favorite type of material to work with, as you can see. But you can make it work. You can. It's possible. To and think about how accomplished you'll feel if you try this. All right, I got to take this off and fix the E. Only for you guys would I do this. Seriously. I am hell-bent, I suppose that's what I am, on showing you how this all works. Great. This all over the top there. Isn't that great? That's lovely. It's not all completely done because I still have the beads and the trumpet and the fleur-de-lis. Let's try to fix this E here. E. All right. And will I do it? Can I make it happen? Yes. All right. So a couple of things that you want to be aware of. That is the bottom piece especially, you need to make sure you don't trim it up like I did. That was a dumb move on my part. That was definitely a dumb move. The second thing is weed very carefully and try to work in small little portions. This is very big stuff is rather annoying, but there it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put something here, because see the R over here and the over here, the dots like this. Now before I go to put it on something, which the only thing I have to put it on is another piece of vinyl. So, but before I go to put it on here, we're going to, and I'm not going to show you how to do that, because that, I think you pretty much would know how to do it. Let's go back to our screen and I can show you. So we need this word, king cake, right here. And perhaps we will, I don't think we really need too many dots. We need 1, 2, 3 dots. And what else? This A. Right? And this A. The A's are a problem. So let's go back here and have a look, shall we, on the original image, which is over here. Okay, so let's say we want to we need to do on the yellow portion, we need to do the king cake. Okay, so let's ungroup this and we'll move these pieces out because we don't need them right now. So now I want to cut out this king cake, and I also want to cut out this A. How do I do it? Well, we're going to go down here to contour. And what we're going to do is we're going to hide all contours. All right. And then we are going to just, we can zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Zoom. I'm going to, that's too zoomy. All right, here. I'm going to press on just the king cake pieces like this. And it doesn't seem to want to do that for me, but that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's taking its sweet time. And there are 2 portions of that letter. Let's see if it's just going to take some time. Come on. This may be Design Space, but oh, you guys are such loves for staying with me. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. Unfortunately, my computer is super slow, but I'm going to contour out all of those things, and just so that I have the king cake, okay? Which it starts that way. So let me go back. And I do need that A. So I'm going to take this A and see. Why is contour not working so great? It's not working so great, folks. All right. All right. Well, it's not working super great, but this is how you are going to do it. So you're going to keep going into contour, and you're going to, you can hide all of them, and then you can click on each letter that you want to stay. So we don't want that S, and we don't want that F, but for some reason this is going, you know, I did upgrade to that new iOS for my Mac. That could be it. I don't want this F. Okay. Now, sometimes you can use this right hand part to show what you want to show or to hide what you want to hide. You see this? And you can scroll on here. Like this. And let's find the letters for king cake. Here we go. Woo! We're doing it in spite of this. So here's king cake. I think there's no D in king cake. All right. Are we done? No, that's not it. No. Patience, patience, patience. All right, I think I did it. All right. Yay, I did it! Oh, we did it. So now what I'm going to do is cut this out and place it onto my end piece. I'm not sure if I need to show you that, but if you think I do, let me know. But I am just simply going to use like this little piece that I have of leftover silver or gold and use that king and then the A for the parades. And then when I'm done doing that, what I will do is put one piece of transfer tape over the entire thing. So go back and fill in all of your problems by using contour, basically. And when you have everything looking perfect, you're going to then put your transfer tape over the top, then remove the entire thing. I wish I could show you that. But you remove the entire thing and you're going to place it on whatever your background is. So, I don't think that, I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's been an hour already. And I don't know what you guys think, but I think that this was enough to show you how this works. Okay. All right. So I think that's going to do it. And what I'll do is I'll continue to work here. I'll continue to work here. And I'll show you the final product on my Facebook page because at this point I am all in and I need to make it so that it's all fixed up. All right. You want to see? You want to see? Seriously? You want me to continue? No, I won't continue. And I'll just I don't want to take up too much of your time. But yeah, I can show you tomorrow, Vicky. All right, everyone. So that is it. That, believe it or not, that is working with vinyl. And I wouldn't call it, I guess I wouldn't call it layering, but this is a very big multicolor project that you would have to take in pieces and work very slowly. Okay. Thank you so much for your patience. Thanks for sticking with me. As I said, not my best medium, but I am going to continue to work on this, and I will show you what I came up with later on, so you don't have to stick with me. Okay, everyone? Oh, you want me to keep going? Okay, I'll keep going if that's what you want. And so if you have to leave, don't feel like you have to do it. So let's see. We're just going to cut out these pieces of the gold. So I've got my piece of gold vinyl. I know. I do sigh a lot. Okay, I'm going to do premium vinyl, and I believe I I want to just make sure I have enough vinyl on there. Yeah, and edit. Yep, that should work. Okay, let's do it. Let's cut it out. All right. All right, so I'm going to cut out those yellow pieces that we were missing. And just looking at my original here. You know, and I also, as far as the dots go, I have a piece that I cut out before. So I'm going to use the dots for those missing dots. So that's cool. Those dots are going to be the death of me, though. Man. If I think of them as coin, maybe I can feel better about them. Okay, here we go. So I fixed the dots, and now I need to just simply put that piece of king cake, which I hope cuts out, because I used just a little tiny piece. Please say that it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. All right. So let us move you down so I can, well, it kind of worked. All right, let me show you what I'm doing. Never look at the dots. All right, so this cut out on a piece of vinyl, which let me just I can easily remove this. There's my A, right? And I'm going to take out this piece, take off this piece, and use a little bit of transfer tape. And okay. There. All right. And I did these dots, and now the king cake, of course, it cut out wrong. So let me get some more vinyl. Of course, do I have any gold vinyl? No. I'm going to do it in yellow. Just so that, because you're so patient and you're sticking with me, we're going to do that again. All right. And this time I'm moving my vinyl down so that it gets on the correct place. Whew. What happened? What happened, Paralita? What happened? We're working through a very difficult, I don't know, have you been here all along? Or you? Oh, yeah, I could have done that. You guys are so much smarter than me. That's why I always say, you know, you'll do better. I'm cutting it out in yellow, but now I realize that I should cut it out in gold. So I got another piece of gold. I'm using the flat vinyl, which I really like. What happened with the gold king cake? It came out cut wrong. Because I used a little piece of vinyl, and it was too small. and it cut out the bottom of it. So I'm cutting it out again in yellow, but now I'm thinking I'll do the gold, which is what I have here. So thank you for your patience. What? Come on, cutie. Give me some luck. You guys are sticking with me, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right so you can see how to do it right. I'm not giving up. And I appreciate that you aren't either. So there it is in yellow, but I'm going to cut it out in the gold. But there it is in yellow, like there. And that is the only thing. Now, some people are saying maybe you should do this in small, like, groups. I don't know. Would it work? Would it work? What do you guys think? I don't know. But once we get that king cake in there, I think we're good to adhere it onto the background, which for this we're going to use window cling, remember? Their end looks better. Our looks a little. Okay. Okay. Done and done. Okay. Here's our king cake. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to okay. Let me just weed it. There's our weeded, and look at this stupid dot. Ugh, dot. Okay. Let me cut it down in size. Regina. Yeah. that does sound like a cool move. All right, I'm taking a piece of the pre-cut out that I've used before. Transfer tape. It's on the side of my desk. And I'm going to put it onto this part, the king cake part. I'm not going to move my project. Okay. Okay. Yes. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right. Here we go. Come on. I'm not giving up on you. Okay. I'm not giving up on you. Sorry, I'm probably a little out of frame. There it is. There it is. Look at you guys. King cake. I know those dots. Right? Do it, let's go, Miss Rita, go. Thank you for cheering me on. I'll tell you though, if I did this again, I would do something about those dots because look, they're just still sticking to me. Ah! All right. And that is it. Then we just simply put on the transfer tape on the whole piece. Oh, you guys are the greatest. Really, just so good. Okay, so transfer tape on the entire piece, and then if I can get this peeled. Come on. Well, it would help if I didn't have pieces of... Come on. I need a king cake after this, man. I have a friend who made them this year. Oh, king cakes. All right, so let's just start at the bottom here. And I see already a little thing. All right, I know you can't see it. Yay, everyone. Happy Mardi Gras. There we go. Folks. All right, I'm done. I did it. I'm taking this part off. I did it, guys. And you helped. And that is great. So there it is. Happy Mardi Gras, everyone. Oh, yeah, that's right. Use the dots and do nails there. Or put little embellishments. Now, I know that that's a little crooked, but that's okay because I'm gonna do that fine. And I'm gonna find the proper thing to put it on. Thank you, everyone. I did it. Whoa. Boy, I sweat a few things here, but we did it. Thank you for staying with me. It took an extra half an hour. So if you're going to try this, employ as much patience as you possibly can, and you will end up with a great end of your project, I'm sure. All right, everyone, thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you again tomorrow. We are doing a paper card tomorrow, so let's do that. That'll be fun, quick and easy. And the bar on parade, yeah, you're right. All right, everyone, see you tomorrow, and have a wonderful Mardi Gras. Bye.